Okay, welcome back. This is our second card. Here is the second card we're going to make. And it opens like this. We're going to use the same stamp set, Woven Heirlooms. I know we've talked about using the same set for several projects, so I went ahead and used it for two. This card features embossed vellum. I didn't stick this down so you could see it, but it's dry embossed through the Big Shot, and it's using that beautiful new Parisian embossing folder. Here it is. That's vellum. You can see the other side. Either side is beautiful. So here's the card we're going to make. It's the traditional card base. And I have it here. Oh, here's the folder right in front of me. So this is the folder that I used. Okay. So it's the traditional card base. And you notice this part is folded back. I didn't cut anything, I just folded it. And this is a 4x4 square. So you can get several pieces out of one sheet of paper. So we're going to put it, it's going to end up being right here. And you just eyeball it. I didn't score it or anything, I just eyeballed it to kind of fold it back. Like that. So that makes the front. Okay, and in the center, we're going to stamp the little corner image and a sentiment. And I changed the sentiment. I'm going to use the prayers and heartfelt sympathy. Sympathy cards are always tough. You never want to make them when you're supposed to. So it's good to have a few on hand. So I stamped the images in gray. It's basic gray. My pad's kind of dry, so I'm sorry. Okay, and pretty much in the center, just in the center of the paper. Let it dry for a second. And the images are thin and kind of light anyway on this stamp set. Okay, and then we're going to use the little corner piece, and make sure you put your stickers on there because this one makes a big difference. So this one I kind of turned it because I wanted that little swirly part in the flower to come down. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. Okay, here's the center. And again, all we did was emboss this. That's going to go there. And you'll notice the flower. This is from the new Celebration DSP. It's foil paper. And I've cut out several. I just cut it with the snips. I cut out the flowers from the whole sheet of paper. Some of you will get a whole flower like I have. And the paper, you know, this is the edge of the paper. But I don't want to waste this as a whole flower almost. You can't see it. But it's flat, right? It's straight edge right here. Or on the edge of the paper. Sorry. Now you can see the foil on that. So this is the edge of the paper right here. So that's why I folded that paper back so you can't see the edge. So let's just say I'm going to cut this out. Let's pretend I cut all this out nicely. Then you can stick it right here on the edge. And maybe you have another one. You could cut that out and stick it here. It doesn't have to be perfect because flowers aren't perfect. So I've cut yours out like this. Some of you have the full 2 flower like this, and some of you have a couple of single ones to put together. There's not enough double ones on a sheet of paper for everybody to get one, but that's okay. I'm going to show you what it looks like with 2 pieces. This one I colored the flowers in with petal pink blends, and I'm going to color this next one with pink pirouette. Because this paper is Rococo Rose. It's one of the new in colors. It's real pretty pink. It's a dusty rose, kind of. It's hard to tell in this light. So all you got to do, we're going to cut this out. I should have done this beforehand. I don't know if you can see them. Cutting out the edge. Just follow the edge and turn your paper instead of the scissors, and you'll get a nice rounded edge without any kind of extra square shapes, I guess, if you will. So make sure you move your paper instead of your scissors. And I'm cutting very, very slowly with the scissors themselves. Okay. So it doesn't really take that long to cut out some flowers from this paper. It's just a different way to use designer paper that you may not have ever thought to do, is cut out some of the images from it. You don't have to use it as a whole sheet like you normally do. Cut out some of the images. If you like a particular flower, cut it out. There are no rules in stamping. Okay, so you get the idea, right? So I'm going to color this. First we start with the light, and you just color in okay. Then I have the dark, and I'm just going to touch on where the shading might be. Maybe some dark places here, usually around the center. Okay. And then I'm going to come back again with the light, and I use a circular motion. I hope you can see that. I use a circular motion when I come back over it. That just kind of keeps it, to me, less harsh lines, and it's less obvious that you've colored it again, because you can see it when you color it again, the difference between the second color of light here. I don't know that you can see it, but there's dark, and then you can see that little bit of second layer of light, and then the light around. So you can tell the difference. So you get the idea, right? To color. You don't have to watch me color all that. And I used actually a gray marker to color in the buds, even though they're probably supposed to be pink, but that's what I did. And I used a gray for the center. Just a regular plain Stampin' marker. It's not a blend. And then, you know what? Let's just do this so I can make the card for you. I didn't bring the green. Here's how we put the ribbon on. Remember, it's our magic knot. So we're just going to measure a little bit. I don't know if you could see. I keep forgetting that you can't see everything. Okay. And enough to make a bow. So you might want to use something stronger like sticky strip. I'm just going to do this just for the video for you. So we're going to attach our ribbon here. Okay. Also, your vellum, let's glue that down. We're going to put one line of strip adhesive right there on the edge. Can you kind of see that? There it goes. Just that little bit, because we don't know where our flowers are going to end up. So that just helps keep that down. And then this gets a little knot right here on top. And the trick is, don't pull it too tight, and it'll stay real nice and flat for you. So if you pull it too tight, that knot gets really bumpy and it's hard to mail. So don't pull it too tight. And then I'll attach my flower just barely under the tip, the edge there, like that. So you can't tell there's a straight edge, can you? So I'll just do this for the sake of your video here. You just kind of place it where you think it should go. Okay, it's just under the edge right there, okay? Now we're ready to stick this down with something stronger, and I suggest using some tear and tape because it's hard to get snail to adhere to vellum that's been embossed. So it's hard to get to adhere to anything that's been embossed, cardstock or vellum. So sticky strip will stick to anything. Okay. So now that's not going to come up on you. Okay. Now, but this is still floppy around. So once you've got your flowers placed the way that you like them, I suggest putting some liquid glue. That's the green. It helps to open it. That's the green glue. I have it somewhere. I just put some there just so you can see. So then you put it right behind the flower, and then you won't mess up and see the sticky behind your vellum. Okay? And then your center. You know what? That's really pretty. You don't even have to color the leaves. I like that. And it's just centered right in there. Okay? And that way you get a little peek of what's inside. So there's card number 2. Here it is finished. And here it is. This is the pink petal pink. And this is the pink pirouette. So you can see one is kind of a yellowy and one is a nice pink. Looks more yellow and orangey in this light because I have a yellow light, but either color would look pretty. This is again Rococo Rose, the in color. So this is the kit you're going to get. Again, some of you will get this double flower, some of you will get 2, like this one. And don't forget to put adhesive, some real good sticky strip. I'll do that one for this one now, actually. So we're just going to put it behind the flower. Whoops, that came off of my finger. Put it there. We'll put a piece here to make sure that doesn't come up again. And put another piece there. So you can see I put it just on top of the flower. There's a good shadow. So I don't know if you can see the adhesive, but it's only where the flower is. So you won't show it through your vellum. Okay, and now it won't come up. But this is still not glued down. It gives a nice shadow underneath there too. Okay, I will stop this one and we'll do the third one.